Hello, good morning, my dear students. Today we are discuss about the topic is three-dimensional geometry. Before previous classes, we already discussed what is that one two-dimensional geometry. Two-dimensional geometry, you know very well. Two-dimensional geometry. In a plane, the horizontal line is called x-axis, vertical line is called y-axis. Both horizontal line and vertical line means both x-axis and y-axis are called coordinate axis. The point of intersection of those coordinate axes is called origin. These coordinate axes divides the plane into four parts. Each part is called quadrant. In this topic also, here three-dimensional geometry. Before you discuss the two-dimensional geometry, one dimension is one coordinate axis is x-axis, other one is y-axis. Only two-dimensional geometry. Now here this is the three-dimensional geometry. Now in this one, let us consider the three mutually perpendicular lines. Three mutually perpendicular lines, for example, you will see in your house, for suppose you have a building. For suppose you will see in the building, at the corner of the building, slab level, one line that way, one line this way, one line this way. Those three at the corner must and should, those are perpendicular. Here observe that, for suppose this is origin point, for suppose this is equal to O x, this is one way. Second one, whatever may be this way, for suppose O y actually. One is that way, one is that way. Next another one must and should in this way, perpendicular in this way. Here in three-dimensional figure we will see easily, but I will draw this one, this perpendicular line I will draw in this way. This is z axis. Let us consider the three mutually perpendicular lines. Let us consider the three mutually perpendicular lines in a plane. Let us consider three mutually perpendicular lines in a plane. Okay, my dear students. Those three lines intersect at the point. That point is called origin, you know. This extend, for suppose what happened? This is x dash, this is negative x axis. This extend, nothing but this is y dash, negative y axis. Extend this one, this is z dash, negative z axis. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you understood or not. Now, let us consider the three mutually perpendicular lines. Those perpendicular lines are called coordinate axes, that is OX, OY, OZ are the three mutually perpendicular lines. Before two-dimensional geometry, the coordinate axis, these are the coordinate axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. The coordinate axis divides the plane into four parts only, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are called quadrant. But here, the coordinate axis means x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, divides the plane into 8 parts. 8 parts. Each part is called octant. Octant. Octa. 8. Octant. The coordinate axis divides the plane into how many parts? That is also one of the important bit, my dear students. The coordinate axis divides the plane into 8 parts. Each part is called octant. Each part is called 100% octant, my dear students. Now, what are the 8 octants? What about the coordinates of the point? In this one, observe that here origin, this is x-axis, this is positive x-axis. What is the first coordinate? X comma x positive, y positive. Now it is x negative, y positive minus x comma y. Now this is x negative, y negative minus x minus y. This is x comma minus y. This is the position of the point in two-dimensional geometry. But here we discuss about the three-dimensional geometry, my dear students. What is the three-dimensional geometry? Now here observe that, my dear students, for suppose serial number. Now we are discussing about the octant. Next, in three-dimensional point, coordinates of a point. In three-dimensional means x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Coordinates of a point. Simply first octant. What is the first octant? Listen carefully. First octant is O, X, Y, Z. O, X, Y, Z. Before I already explained. O, X, O, Y, O, Z are the positive x-axis. O, X, Y, Z. Here 3 are positive coordinate axis. Means what is the coordinate of the point? X comma Y comma Z. Here X positive, Y, OX, OY, OZ. Both are positive. That's why we will take the point in first octant. First octant means all are positive. Now second you observe that O, for suppose X dash Y Z. Here OX dash means negative X axis, OY positive, OZ positive. Negative X axis, X dash means negative, minus X, Y, Z. I hope that you understood or not. OX dash Y Z. OX dash means X negative means X dash, positive means Y Z. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you understood. OX Y dash Z. What about this? Now X minus Y Z. OX Y Z dash. Next OX dash Y dash Z. X dash Y dash means both are negative. Okay, sixth one. Here X dash, Y dash, Z dash, all are negative. Okay, my dear students, simply you observe that. Simply, the coordinate axis divides the plane into 8 parts. Each part is called octant. Each part must and should is called octant. How many octants are there? Means 8 octants. What about the position of the each point in each octant? For suppose in the examination point of view, for suppose 2 comma minus 3 comma minus 4 lies in which octant? For suppose this type of questions asked. 2 comma minus 3 comma minus 4 lies in which octant? For suppose find. Here X positive means positive X, 100% Y negative, Y dash, Z negative, Z dash, you will write R. Have that understood or not? Yes, in this way we will complete the topic. Next, further, this coordinate axis divides the plane into 3 planes again. Total coordinate axis divides the plane into 8 parts, that is called 8 octants. Each part is called. Now here the coordinate axis divides the total plane into 3 planes. What are the planes? Your name as XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. How many planes in the 3-dimensional geometry? 3 planes. XY plane, plane nothing but the XY, total is this is XY plane, per suppose this is XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane, whatever, 3 planes. In 3-dimensional geometry, how many planes are there? 3 planes. What are that? XY plane, YZ plane, ZX plane. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you understood or not? Yes. Now, every point on the x-axis, you observe that clearly, my dear students, every point on the x-axis, whenever the point on the y-axis, the coordinates of every point on the every point on the x-axis, every point on the x-axis means the remaining y and z must and should is equal to 0, my dear students. Y coordinate and z coordinate must and should 0. You remember that one. Okay. For suppose the point on the x-axis, every point on the, for suppose in the examination point of view, find the points on x-axis. Means what is that one? Every point on x-axis is of the form this way, x comma 0 comma 0. Every point in the on the x-axis. For suppose every point on y-axis, every point on y-axis, every point on z-axis. What happened, my dear students? Simple. Every point on z-axis, 0 comma 0 comma z. Now the distance from point to the coordinate. What are the coordinate axes? X-axis, y-axis, z-axis. For suppose you will take the point P. For suppose here, px comma y comma z. This is the point. Find the distance from P to the x-axis. This is P, this is x. Now you know the distance between the 2 points formula. What is the distance between the 2 points formula in earlier classes? The distance between the 2 points is equal to, suppose A x1, y1, z1, B x2, y2, z2. You know very well. Here 3 dimension means 3 coordinates are there. Before you know the formula, suppose you left this one. What is the distance between the 2 points formula? You know, root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Okay, my dear students. Now AB is equal to root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. Simple. Before classes you learned already. You learned up to this one. Now one coordinate extra is increases. Now you increase that one. Simply. Already you learned in 10th class coordinate geometry. Same way. 2-dimensional geometry, coordinate geometry, you know very well distance between the 2 points. First of all, the distance from point to the origin. The distance from origin to the point. What happened? First of all, one point is origin, other point is that one. What does that mean? That is possible OP, root over x square plus y square. Before you know the formula, but this is x square plus y square plus z square. The distance from origin to the point. Here also, observe that very, very important. The distance from P to the x-axis. The distance from P to the x-axis. This is the point, so the distance from P to the x-axis, for suppose this is PM. M 100% lies on x-axis or not? Must ensure that point is x comma 0 comma 0. What about the distance? Observe that. x2 minus x1 means 0. Yes, remaining y minus 0 whole square plus z minus 0 whole square. The distance from P to x-axis is equal. What is the formula? Root over these two cancel, y square plus z square. Okay, my dear students, observe that the distance from P to x-axis this one. X-axis means x missing. Now y-axis what happened? Root over x square plus z square. Now z-axis what happened, my dear students? Root over x square plus y square. This is very important question. Very important formulas. The distance from P to the x-axis, the distance from P to the y-axis, the distance from P to the z-axis. Remember simply. Next one we are going to the distance from P to the xy plane. What about xy plane? Xy plane means every point in the xy plane. Every point in the xy plane. Every point in the xy plane is x comma y comma 0. Here missing z missing. Xy means missing coordinate axis z. What about yz? Every point in the yz plane. Every point in the yz plane means 0 comma y comma z. Every point in zx plane or xz plane missing. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you understood or not. Yes? Yes. xy plane, yz plane, xz plane. Now, the distance from P to the P is this one, P to the xy plane. Now, xy plane is equal to the distance from P to the xy plane. Distance between the 2 points, x minus x whole square 0, y minus y 0 square, z minus 0 means z square. Root of z square means mod z. I hope that you understood or not. The distance from P to the xy plane is mod z. The distance from P to the yz plane, what is the missing here? X. The distance from P to the zx plane is equal to mod y. Simple, my dear students. Okay. In this way, we will do the problems. What is the distance from P to the x-axis? What is the distance from P to the y-axis? What is the distance from P to the z-axis? And the distance from the given planes. That is very, very important, my dear students. Next, another one, we are going to the collinear points. Okay, collinear points. Collinear points means, what is the meaning of collinear points? You know very well, collinear points means 3 or more points 3 or more points lies on the same line. Lies on the same line. 3 or more points lies on the same line, then the points are said to be collinear points. Collinear points. 3 or more points lies on the same line, then the points are said to be collinear points. Okay, my dear students. Collinear points. 3 or more points lies on the same line. For suppose A, B, C. 3 points. 3 points lies on the same line, then the points are said to be collinear points. How to say that? How to say that the points are collinear or not? Before class, in 10th class, the collinear points means the area of the triangle must be equal to 0. Or you can find the distance of AB, distance of BC, distance of CA. Sum of the two distances is equal to third distance. Otherwise, you find the slope of the lines. You know very well. Okay. Now here also same. For suppose A x1, y1, z1, B x2, y2, z2, C x3, y3, z3. Are the 3 points? These are collinear. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear. What the formula is going on? That implies x minus x1 by x minus x3 minus x1 by x3 minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y3 minus y1 by y2 minus y1, z3 minus z1 by z2 minus z1. This is the formula. You substitute these all values in this formula. These all are equal. For suppose this is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, or 2, 2, 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. All are equal. Those points are said to be collinear. Otherwise, non-collinear. Okay, my dear students. Now we are going to the next one. Next one is the section formula. What is the section formula, my dear students? You know very well section formula. What is the section formula? Division formula or section formula, you know very well. Already before class, before you learn. Section formula. Before 10th class you learned already. The point P divides the line segment AB bar in the ratio m is to n internally. Then the coordinates of P is equal to formula mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Here also, first we will take this one. AB is a line segment. A x1, y1, z1. B x2 comma y2 comma z2. P is a internal point. In between means internal point 100%. P be the internal point. P divides the line segment AB bar. P divides the line segment AB bar in the ratio m is to n. P divides the line segment AB bar in the ratio m is to n. Then the coordinates of P. If P divides the line segment AB bar in the ratio m is to n internally. Internally means positive, externally means negative. You know very well. Internally. Then the coordinates of P is equal to, what is the formula of P? P is equal to formula mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 by m plus n, comma mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n. This is extra. The coordinate is extra. mx2 plus nx1, x2 x1, y2 y1, z2 z1. Simple. This is this one. Okay, my dear students. This is internally. For suppose externally given. Externally means just you write minus. Externally means division is externally means minus. Okay, my dear students. For suppose in this one what is given? Ratio is given. AB line segment is given. Ratio is given. We will find the coordinates of P. For suppose P is given. P for suppose x comma y comma z. If P divides the ratio in which, this is the ratio. You will find before what is given? Line segment is given, ratio is given, we will find the point P by using this formula. Now next one, Point is given, line segment is given. Point is given, line segment is given. We will find the ratio. The ratio in which P divide the line segment AB bar, that is AP is to PB. The ratio in which the point is given, line segment coordinates is given, we will find the ratio. Now that is called nothing but the AP is to PB is equal ratio. We will find the ratio. AP is to PB is equal. Simply how to write? In this one, difference of the x coordinates by the difference of the x coordinates, or difference of the y coordinates by the difference of the y coordinates. What are the difference of the x? What is the x coordinate? x1, x. What is the difference? x1 minus x by here x1 minus x2. This is the ratio 100%. Difference of the x coordinates, or other one ratio. For suppose in the examination point of view, you find the ratio by using this formula. Difference of y1 minus y by y minus, sorry, what about this? x1 minus xy, this is x minus x2, this is y minus y2. Next, z1 minus z by z minus z2. This is the ratio. In this one, we will find the two formulas. Whenever the ratio is given, we will find the point P by using this formula. Whenever the point is given, we will find the ratio by using this formula. For suppose, this is the line segment. This line segment divides the x-axis. This line segment divides the x-axis. Divides the not xy plane. Xy plane means what is that one in this one? Whenever the, for suppose, this line segment, clearly observe that. For suppose, we will take the xy plane, for suppose, this is xy plane, for suppose. Clearly observe that. For suppose, this line segment. This is line segment. Divides means the ratio in which the xy plane divides the line segment. Means divide means both are 100% intersect. This is the point of intersection. This is P. Which ratio we don't know. For suppose m is to n ratio. Already you know this one. Whenever the line segment divides the P in the ratio m is to n is equal to this one. But this line intersect the xy plane at P 100%. Whenever the line intersect the xy plane in this one, every point in the xy plane is x comma y comma z. Z must should 0. Here z is equal to 0. What happened, my dear student? Z equal to 0 means mz2 plus nz1 by m plus n is equal to 0. Here mz2 is equal to minus nz1. M by n is equal to minus z1 by z2. I hope that understood or not. Therefore, the ratio in which xy plane divides AB bar is equal to minus z1 by z2. XY plane divides the line segment AB bar. Similarly, YZ plane, what happened? XY means, in this missing Z. YZ plane minus x1 by x2. ZX plane means minus y1 by y2. Okay, simple, my dear students. Ratio. Division formula, ratio is over. Have that you understood or not? All the formulas in this way. For suppose 3 points is given. Show that the points form an equilateral triangle. Means equilateral triangle means you find the distance of AB, BC, CA. Those 3 distances. For suppose equilateral triangle means this one, A, B, C. To find the distance of AB, distance of BC, distance of CA. Those 3 are equal. Equilateral triangle. Any 2 are equal. Isosceles triangle. No 3 are equal. Scalene triangle. Next, sum of the squares of the 2 sides is equal square of the third side, means side square plus side square equal hypotenuse square. Right angle triangle. Okay, my dear students, in this way we will do the problems. Next, we will find the centroid of the triangle. How to find the centroid of the triangle, my dear students? Centroid of the triangle. How to find the centroid of the triangle? You know very well. Very simple topic, very easy topic, my dear students. Don't tense. Okay. Now, very easy topic. Very easy topic. Very simple topic, my dear students. simple centroid of the triangle. What is the formula? Centroid of the triangle? Centroid. A, B, C. Now, the line joining vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. For suppose A is the vertex. What is the opposite side? BC. BC midpoint D. BC midpoint D. Now joining these 2 points. Now CA. What is the midpoint? Joining. Now midpoint is F. D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides of the triangle. Yes. Now observe that AD, BE, CF intersect at the single point. Means at this point how many lines are passing? 3 points. 3 or more points passing through A, 3 or more points passing through a single point, then the lines are said to be concurrent points. That point is called point of concurrence. Here this is A, this is the midpoint, this is called median, this is called median, this is called median. The point of intersections of the median is called the centroid. The centroid divides the every median in the ratio 2:1. You remember that one. The centroid divides the every median in the ratio 2:1. Now how to find this one? For suppose you know that this is the midpoint 100%, this is AD, this is G, 2:1 ratio. Now how to find this one? G is equal to, you know the formula or not? Yes, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3, z1 plus z2 plus z3 by 3. By using this formula, we will find the centroid of the triangle. Okay, my dear students, simple. I hope that you understood or not? Yes, centroid this one. But suppose in the parallelogram, for suppose parallelogram is given. This is parallelogram is given. For suppose 3 consecutive vertices is given, A, B, C is given. D is equal to question mark. D is equal to question mark. If A comma B comma C are the 3 consecutive vertices of the parallelogram, then find the 4th vertex D. Now we know parallelogram, for suppose observe that AC and BD. In a parallelogram, the diagonals are bisect to each other, means 100% midpoints are equal. What is about the midpoint of AC? Midpoint means x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. The midpoint of AC is formula is A plus C by 2. Midpoint, sum of the coordinates by 2. A plus C by 2 is equal B plus D by 2. 2 cancel, my dear students. A plus C is equal B plus D. Say yes or no? From this one, D is equal to what happened, my dear students? D is equal to A plus C minus B. This is the formula, 4th vertex. How to find the 4th vertex? That is equal to A plus C. A means x1, y1, z1. B means x2, y2, z2. C means x3, y3, z2. A plus C. A means x1 plus C. x3 minus x2, comma. Same. y1 plus y3 minus y2, comma. z1 plus z3 minus z2. Okay, my dear students. In this way, we will do the problems. Please follow this introduction part. You will complete the exercise. If you have any doubt, please contact me immediately. Thank you, one and all, my dear students.